So I've got my basket and I'm going for a forage, but I'm not going for a forage by myself. I have Nadia with me and I'd like to introduce you all to Nadia. Nadia is Italian and she is a wonderful chef. She's a friend of a friend's and she's come to teach us how to make pasta, which is really exciting. So we are on a mission to find some nettles and some edible flowers. So Nadia is a lady after my own heart, loves to forage for things and cook, so it's perfect. And I've always wanted to master the art of making pasta, and now we can, and I'm sharing it with you, which is really exciting. So welcome, Nadia, to my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So Nadia is just picking the top off the nettles, just the top leaves like this. Does it sting you, Nadia? Does it, ow?
No, I feel it is sweeter than the Italian one.
It's sweeter than the Italian one.
The Italian is very picking, very, but this one no.
No.
I don't think that is.
I think maybe if you get the top leaves.
I have the finger that is very hard skin.
So you can always wear gloves for this if needed. But Nadia, I've got some gloves in our basket, but Nadia is just going straight in for it. Just picking off the top leaves. So Nadia and I have just been talking about foraging for nettles, and early in the spring when the nettles are just coming up you can use the whole part, but now it's later in the year you just want to take the top off. And Nadia also just shared with me that her mother taught her that if you're scared of the nettles they will sting you, but if you are bold with them and brave and just pick them they won't sting you. And it's really fascinating because I just tried it and it works. So Nadia and I are back from picking our nettles, and Nadia is smelling them. They smell very good.
And with this one,
so we picked some elderflowers. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really fresh and really, really lovely. So Nadia has quite tough hands, but if you just pick the tops of the nettles and you're bold, they don't sting you. It's really fascinating. So we're just popping the nettles in here to give them a good wash. I'll wash them.
Yeah, please.
There's some more.
Yes.
And dry them or leave them?
No, leave them.
Perfect. Okay. So Nadia and I have been talking about pasta flour, and sorry about that. The dogs go crazy. We've just been talking about what type of flour to use, and normally you'd use 00.
Doesn't
flour.
matter really.
It doesn't matter.
No, 0 or 000 or 1. It doesn't matter. The matter is how many proteins you can found in the flour.
Yeah,
the flour.
In the flour. And this one is 15 grams of protein, so it's
very good.
It's very good.
It's a lot of force.
Yeah, so this is I buy this actually in the village shop. It's Wessex Mill pasta and pizza flour, so this is really good. So that's something that you want to look for. The protein level, the higher the better.
The better.
Yeah, perfect. And Nadia and I have just been talking about putting salt in pasta, and you prefer not to salt
I
the
prefer,
pasta.
but
You prefer to salt the water, and you prefer that flavour. But you know, each to your own. It depends on personal preference. But we're not going to salt our pasta, but we just use flour and eggs, and we've got eggs from the hens over there. So
no oil.
no oil.
No, mandatory, no oil in the pasta.
Okay.
Because if you put some oil more, they affect
It affects, yeah.
proteins.
Okay.
I mean, the proteins stay there, but they can work in your pasta.
Okay, really fascinating. So no oil,
No,
just flour and eggs.
And some water if you want, but in this case we don't put any water because we have the herbs.
Okay, we're using herbs, so we don't need to add water. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, So let's make pasta. So we're now putting the nettles into a saucepan, covering them with water, and then we are going to boil them. And how long do we cook it for, Nadia?
When the water boils, we put the herbs in, and when boil again,
Yes.
pick out.
Okay, so very quick.
Very quick.
Very quick.
It's
So
sbianchitura. I don't know. in
blanching them.
Blanch
Blanching them. Yeah.
Blanching them,
Perfect.
is
And put under cold water to stop the cooking or not?
No,
No.
you don't need it.
You don't need
You
it.
don't need it. In this
Okay,
case, you don't
perfect.
need it.
So we're just going to bring the water up to the boil, blanch the herbs, and then put the lid on.
It's quicker.
So we're just going to rapidly boil these for 1 minute.
Let me check. Just a little bit more.
Little
Depends
bit
from the herbs. If it's strong or not.
Yeah.
If it's a small one in the spring, just blanch is enough.
It's enough. If it's a little bit older and tougher,
yeah,
more
you need-
cooking.
yes.
Yeah,
just a little
that
bit
makes sense.
more.
So it's
You
just
saw
soft.
from the color,
Mm-hmm.
and you touch the one if with the finger. If they crush it, it's cooked.
Okay.
Or you
yeah.
wait some minutes more. Or minutes or seconds, depends.
It doesn't take long.
No, doesn't take long. The taste of the herbs go into the water.
Yeah.
And I need that stay into the leaf.
Okay, so Nadia hasn't used very much water, and I think we're going to use the water in making the pasta. So she wants the water to have lots of flavour rather than being diluted by too much water, which isn't necessary. So we will keep the water. Keep the water when we've cooked it? We use the water?
No, I
No,
don't use the
You
water.
don't use it?
No,
Okay.
I use the eggs.
Use eggs, okay.
But if you use semolina, not
Yes.
flour, you use the water. You can
Okay.
use the water.
You can use the water.
You
Use
need to
semolina.
use the water.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, I think that is done. Yes, it's done.
So Nadia's just quickly sharpening my knives. So we have blanched our nettles. We haven't kept the water. I thought we might have done, but we didn't. And now we're going to chop them, I think. Okay, squeeze the water out. Should I?
Please. Sorry.
No problem. So squeeze any excess water out of your nettles. And you can see that Nadia's knife skills are absolutely excellent. Much better than mine. My knife skills are terrible. That's how the professionals do it.
But now, which not now, when I was older and I was in French to work and I was in Spain to work, I learned French and Spanish very well.
Yeah.
And now I'm learning English at 64 years old.
64. Nadia, you don't look
I-
64. You look
But I am.
amazing. We're talking about
It's
languages and how difficult it is to pick it up. So you put some flour
Yeah.
on the surface, and
This
then you're
one
just
is more or less 300 grams of flour.
about 300 grams of
I have
flour.
a scale in the
Yes.
and I put.
And then we're putting the nettles. So that's why we've squeezed out a lot of the
I think that
water.
I
And that's
put out
why
some.
if you use a blender, it makes it too wet, which is going to make the pasta too wet. So it's now becoming quite clear as to why we're doing it this way. And, you know, Nadia and I were talking about how important it is to feel when you're cooking, and to use your eyes and yeah, yeah, you can manage. How important it is to feel and to use your eyes, and particularly when you're learning how to make pasta, this is really important. So 1 egg.
It's a big one.
Yeah. They're from our hens in the garden.
Now, first tip.
Mm-hmm.
Put the, I don't know the name, the hole in the middle of the flower.
Yes.
Very big.
Okay.
Don't make a small hole, because if it's a small hole, the either of the eggs or water or what else you put in is either, and they push a lot on the edge.
On the edge, yes.
If it's flat like this, they don't push,
it can't push,
and they can't
okay.
escape.
Okay.
The hand like this, and you mix it.
Amazing. And if you were going to make pasta without the nettles, you do it the same, but maybe add a little bit of
spinach.
water? You could use spinach.
You can use spinach.
Yeah.
You can use tomato concentrated.
Yes, concentrated tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Not tomato sauce. The cube.
Tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
Yeah.
Tomato paste.
And if you were just doing a plain pasta, just the same.
Just the same, without. You can put some water instead to put all the egg that you need, but in this case depends, because or you can use only the yolk.
Only the yolk.
Only the yolk. But if you use only the yolk, you need to use light sauce.
Okay.
Because it's
very strong. Yeah.
And how many eggs used for a pasta in Italy depends from the region.
Yes.
The region, the tradition, and how rich was in the past this part of Italy.
Okay.
If it was very poor, it's more water and less eggs.
Yeah.
If it was very rich, it was only egg.
Okay. Yeah.
Only yolk. It's really, really rich, but it was only for Christmas, for something.
Special occasions.
Special occasion.
Yeah. It's so fascinating. So Nadia's just been gradually adding some more flour in. So starting in the middle and working the way out, and then adding. So approximately 30 grams of flour, 2 large eggs, and 2 good-sized handfuls of nettles or spinach.
Now, if you make it with the rolling pin, the dough have to be quite soft.
Okay.
Because you have to put a lot of force to make it. If you use the pasta machine, you need a dough more dry.
Okay. Yeah. So Nadia just explained that if you're using a rolling pin to roll your pasta out, then you need your pasta to be a little bit wetter. If you're using a pasta machine, then you need your pasta dough to be a little bit drier. And, I think with this, it's trial and error, it's getting your hands involved, it's feeling the pasta and learning, what works best. It's not necessarily going to work perfectly your first or second time. It is a little bit like sourdough, my sourdough masterclass. I get people messaging saying, it hasn't worked. And I'm like, keep with it, stick with it. You will get there, I promise. And then they're like, yes, I've done it. So don't give up at the first hurdle. Practice makes perfect. So Nadia has worked all the flour in now. It's amazing.
This one is good for make it with the rolling pin.
Okay, because
quite soft.
Okay.
But for the machine,
do we add a bit more flour? Yeah. Do you want me to add it?
Please.
How much?
More.
Okay. So again, it's feeling. It's okay.
More.
And more?
Yeah. Yes.
It's good.
It's good. It's very
love this
important to
technique.
keep out the dough from the finger.
From the hands.
Yeah, because if there is some dough on the hands, the other dough
Sticks. Yeah. So if you take the dough off your hands, it won't stick and it works better. Yeah. Better consistency, and the dough's not fighting to stick on to your hands. It's got the dough on it. And it's a really good way of just adding a bit more flour and rubbing your hands to take it off.
And the other tip is fold and press. Fold and press.
That
Fold and
technique.
press. Don't
Squeeze.
You will make a lot of force but don't work very well. With this part of the hand,
With
you press
the heel
with
of the
this
hand.
and in
push away.
push away. And it's not a question of muscle, but of the weight of your shoulder.
Okay, so
Yes.
from your shoulder. Yeah.
It's the weight of your shoulder that press the...
Can I try?
Yeah, please.
So I
Yeah,
pull it,
perfect. Yes.
and then
Yeah,
push
perfect.
away, and then turn,
Yeah,
and then
one or two
I need
two
to take the
times like
braces.
this.
Okay, 2 times. Okay,
Yeah. Like this, and then you...
I need to take those bracelets off.
Yeah, perfect. It's good. Put some flour on the... It's perfect.
Oh, okay, I need to take those off because it's a problem.
It's for this that in the professional kitchen, the ring... Or
Yes, I
is
took
not
my
allowed.
rings off, but yeah. Thanks, Nadia.
No, it's done.
It's done?
Quite. Because it's only... If you don't have the... If you use a rolling pin,
Yeah.
you have to knee a lot.
Okay.
If you use, then you use the
Machine?
The machine, no,
You
because
don't
it's
need
the
to-
machine that makes the
Does
job.
the work. Okay, that's really good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be worth investing in a pasta machine. I've got one, and actually Nadia has exactly the same brand. She's brought hers with me, and I've got mine out, and Nadia's going to show us how to use it.
It's the best brand from the pasta machine.
Imperia.
Imperia, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. Pasta
Imperia is a town in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very close to the French
Border.
border.
Yeah. And where in Italy is it?
In the north.
In
of
the
Italy.
north.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the north of
And
Italy.
where,
On the
Nadia, are
sea.
you from? Where
I'm born.
you were born?
I was born.
born.
Oh yes, I was born. I was born in Bergamo. That is excuse me, a small country at north of Milan.
Okay.
And
Just
but
north of
I
Milan.
moved from there when I was 20 years old, and now I live in Genova.
Yes.
That is in Liguria on
Yeah.
the sea. I
Yeah.
like it. It's better.
It's very nice.
It's very
Yeah.
nice. Very it's
And I think,
Mediterranean.
can you get the boat from Genoa to Corsica?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I had an
Yes.
Italian boyfriend,
Ah,
and his grandmother lived in Milan,
Mm.
but then we went to stay with friends in Genoa, and then we got the boat from Genoa to Corsica.
Yeah,
We
and
spent
this is the-
a month in Corsica.
Corsica is a beautiful,
Oh, it's so beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it is amazing because the language that they speak is a mix between Italian, Genoese, and French. And as Italian that live in Genoa and speak French, I was able to understand practically quite all.
Oh, amazing.
It was amazing, yes. And nobody expected it. And then they speak very
Well,
well.
you understood everything.
It was amazing. Yeah. Okay, it's done.
It's done.
When
Okay,
you
I'm
see
going to wash
that
my
it's-
hands, take these off, and then have a good
It's
feel.
smooth.
So it's smooth.
Without.
Yes. And actually, that's really interesting because when I make sourdough, when it's smooth, it's done.
It's the same.
So it's
the same because it's
getting the
something
tension.
Yes, it's something that happen with you mix flour, with water or something that
eggs.
contain water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so how long do you think approximately you need it for?
To make it.
Yeah, and how long do you need it for? Long do you do that and fold and?
I think
How many minutes?
5 minutes.
5
maybe.
minutes. And then
But it depends on the quantity.
It depends on the
obviously.
quantity, of course. How long do you leave it for to rest?
To rest half an hour as minimum.
Minimum half an hour.
But depend from how many protein leaves the flour.
Okay, so it
More
depends how
is
much protein's in the
How
flour.
much?
It's okay. The more the protein, the
More-
quicker the time, or
No,
longer the time?
Longer the time.
Okay,
More protein, more time.
more time.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And we have to cover it.
Okay, with what? Cling film, with plastic, or
As
with
you
a cloth?
prefer.
What would you do?
Something that can cover it. Also a cup. Or
A bowl?
A bowl, not a cup.
Like this?
Perfect. I prefer don't use plastic.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
I
So we're
don't.
covering it with a bowl and leaving it for approximately how long?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
When you touch it like this,
Yes.
you see that the hole
Yeah.
close. Get close. You see?
Yes.
And then I show you after
Half
what
an hour,
happened.
what it does. Perfect. Nadia, thank you.
It's, wood
board? So we've just put on a large saucepan of water to bring to the boil. And Nadia says it's very important to have a large pan for your pasta, not a small pan. You want to have a large pan. And we will salt the pasta water, won't we?
Yeah.
Because we
But we
didn't
can
salt
salt
this.
after.
But we can salt. So Nadia's going to show us 2 different techniques with a rolling pin and with the pasta machine. Yeah. So I'm going to actually bring you down quite low so you can see exactly what Nadia is doing.
flour on the
Flour
top,
on the top
on
and the bottom.
and from the middle in one side, from the other side. Then turn it
And do the same.
same and the same. Now, when you put the rolling pin in the middle and one end in one side and you stretch in the other side.
Okay. I'm just going to lift you up so you can see exactly the technique. So holding your hand there,
like this and the other side from the
pushing it away to stretch it out.
Yeah. If you see that stick, you have to put some flour.
Okay, so it doesn't get sticky.
Until the dough more, you
Freely.
don't need you don't need any flour on the bottom. If you see that they don't move,
Then you need to put some flour underneath, yeah. Now, Nadia has taught cookery for over 40 years, so we have a real professional here. Look at that.
Yes, I'm a professional, but I make a mistake. I let something on the road of my pasta. Then, to feel if it's too thick or too thin, take a hand
Underneath,
on like
Yes.
this.
on the top and the
And
bottom,
You
run it round,
run around, and you feel,
whether it's even or not.
yeah,
Yeah.
and where it needs to
More rolling.
rolling. Check. Try.
Try?
Or not? No, you don't know if you want.
I can try.
To explain
I think
what I mean, if you immediately feel.
Yeah, a little bit here. And it's wafer thin. It's really, yeah. A little bit.
Okay.
Thick here.
Okay, it's done. Now,
Perfect.
I don't know if you can see that there is just, you can see the light.
The light through it, yeah. Little bit. It's wafer thin.
You don't have to see a lot of the light.
Just-
you should see
just
too much.
slightly. Yeah.
And now we cut it.
So we're using the same flour as
Fold
folding it. Okay.
on that.
This is fascinating.
Beautiful knife. If you take, you cut for 1 centimeter is a tagliatella, less is taglierini, depends what you want, or pappardelle larger.
Okay.
This is pappardella, this is tagliatella,
Yeah.
tagliatella, pappardella e taglierino.
Amazing. The 3 different thicknesses and the different types.
But it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just the way it's...
It's always how much you. It's done. You can cook it
Perfect. You cook it just like that.
just like that. But if you don't want to cook immediately, it's not a problem. You let it like this in a wooden board,
Yeah.
or on what's the name of this?
A tea towel. A cloth.
A cloth.
A cloth or a tea towel.
It's good for also some hour, not more, because they dry too much then.
Okay. How
And when you-
long would you leave it for?
Maximum 2-3 hours, but we have to check that it don't stick
Together. Yeah.
together. If the dough is very dry, you don't risk a lot. But if
Yeah.
it's very soft, because you have used the rolling pin or something, or obviously something that is very important here, the weather.
Yeah.
If it's raining,
The humidity.
the humidity can
Affect the dough.
affect it then.
Yeah.
If there is like today, that is a sunny day, perfect sunny day,
It's okay.
and if there is some wind, it's okay. You
Yeah.
don't risk a lot.
Fascinating.
Now we try with the machine, but it's very important that you don't fold the dough, because if you fold the dough, you need to let it rest.
Okay.
Is not a problem, but you have to let it rest again.
Okay.
Now, non abbiamo fatto vedere. To know if it's rest enough, you push it, and you see that.
It hasn't come up.
No, it hasn't come up.
It's literally like a like a hole.
Mm.
And then that's how you know it's ready.
Yeah.
Whereas if you press it and it bounces back, it needs to rest longer.
Yeah. And this one, you don't have to pass twice or
Okay.
fold it. Only one, and just a little bit of
Flour so it doesn't
Flowers.
stick. Just once through.
excuse me?
Only once.
No, only one at the larger setting. But then cut it.
So we've just made this a little bit narrower. Make sure that it's got some flour so it doesn't stick.
And we put in the middle, or yes, in the middle is good. And one, only once.
Only once through.
Pressing the flour.
So fascinating.
No, you turn it. Yeah, I know. They look like some magician, but it's not magic. It's only because the fact to pass the gluten
Yes.
work.
Ah, okay.
And if you start with the first one,
Yeah,
Is-
it hasn't had long enough. It's too tight.
Yeah.
It needs to have relaxed.
Yeah.
So interesting. So, yeah, turn it over.
yeah, the deeper depends from your prefer as you
The
prefer.
thickness.
Yeah, the thickness depends.
how you prefer it.
Yeah. Like this
Like
is
that.
good.
So it's just beginning
Half
to be.
millimeter,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
And I put some.
Flour. Then that one's at the
Flour.
bottom of the pile. Flour that one. There it goes.
Do you want to try?
Yeah. This way or that way?
And the other one. Perfect. Don't worry. No.
Too much.
Like it. Now, and you pick the other one. The other side. Perfect.
Perfect.
It's done.
Amazing. So it went through 3 times.
Yes.
Just making the setting
Yes.
slightly smaller.
And depend. If you want to make lasagna, you use it like this.
Like that. Perfect. Yeah. Just the sheets.
You can pass the last one maybe if you prefer to have the pasta
Really thin.
very thin. I prefer lasagna really thin and tagliatella just a little bit more
Thicker.
thicker.
Yeah.
And the last one.
That's really so clever.
Don't put flour in is
In the machine.
any yes it is useless. But mandatory to put
Flour onto the
on
to the pasta itself.
yes because the cut when the machine cut the dough, put the flour into the cut and they
Okay.
don't stick.
Clever. Yeah.
It's done.
Amazing. Here.
Like this. This is tagliatelle, and if we pass there, we have tagliatelle. Yeah.
And that's when you go for the thinner. Yeah.
Normally, if you prepare taglierini, you make the dough just a little bit thicker.
Thicker. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite quick.
It's very quick. Yeah.
And now you have some 4 portion of pasta.
Amazing.
4, yes, portion.
Portions, yeah.
Yes, 4.
Yeah. Amazing.
Maybe English portion, Italian portion, 2
Slightly
and a half. No, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I'm joking.
You're joking.
I'm joking.
Nadia's just putting the pasta on a tea towel and just airing it, making sure that it's not stuck together. But we can freeze the pasta on a tray.
On a tray, or
So you can put it, so this is some other pasta that we have made. And this, you can just put in the freezer like this. Then when it's frozen, you can put it in a freezer bag. But if you put it in a bag now, it could stick together. So we're just drying it out on the tea towel. So we're just bringing our pasta water up to the boil. And it's already been salted, a really generous amount of salt in the pan. And Nadia has got some gorgonzola and a little bit of milk. I'm bringing you up close so you can see exactly what we're doing. So some milk in a frying pan, and then gorgonzola cheese.
to melt it.
And we want to melt the cheese in the milk. Or you can use,
Microwave.
you could use cream, you said, instead of
If
milk.
you
if you
want, but
wanted.
gorgonzola is fat enough.
Okay,
You don't need
yeah,
a lot.
so a little milk is
But
better.
if you prefer, you can use cream or yogurt or what do you prefer?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good. Also, water of the
You can use the pasta
pasta
water to melt it
also,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Amazing.
I think that is really important for when we cook or prepare pasta to serve. Is don't waste time between the pasta is cooked and the pasta is put in the sauce and pasta and straight away on table.
Okay, yeah, don't dawdle. You don't want to waste any time. You want to make sure that your sauce is ready. When your pasta is ready, it can go straight in and then straight onto the table to eat. So, yeah, perfect.
Also, we can also mix it. Normally we don't do, but it's not a problem if you mix tagliarini with pappardelle. And remember when you pour the pasta in boiling water, the water have to be boiling, and you have to start immediately. Don't let the pasta alone.
Yeah, stir it immediately. Don't leave the
Stir
pasta
it.
alone. Once you put it in, stir it so it doesn't stick.
Yes.
And then our gorgonzola is melting. And so this is such a lovely recipe because we foraged the nettles, and it was really lovely going for a walk with Nadia and chatting to her and talking to her about foraging, about actually mental health and getting outside with nature, something that I'm really passionate about, as is Nadia. And you know, it's really good for us to be getting our hands involved cooking, but also seeing what's seasonal as well.
It's cooked.
It's cooked. It's ready. So quick.
When
Literally,
you
it's
feel,
like
when you
just over a minute.
feel tender but not sticky, it's cooked.
Tender but not sticky. That's really good advice.
And, okay.
Do you want to use a slotted spoon, or
No, I prefer drain it.
do you need some pasta water, or
No.
no?
I never put the pasta in cold water.
And never put the pasta in cold water.
Yes, something that.
Yes, people do.
I know, it's for this that I tell you. I know. I saw a lot of strange things with
Yes,
pasta.
I bet you have.
Once in France, when I work in France, in a restaurant, not in a house, in a restaurant, I saw take a spaghetti and throw on the wall.
To see whether it was cooked.
What's happened? I didn't understand. Then another again, and I asked to the chef, but chef, please, what are you doing? Why you do it? You are hungry with the spaghetti. Hungry with the spaghetti. I didn't understand. No, oh no, only to see if it's cooked or not. If it's cooked, it's sticking
It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy.
And when it's melt, I add.
So when the cheese is melted, Nadia's added the pasta into the sauce, and
It's
then
done.
it's done.
It's done. Only
Amazing.
to let it just a little bit dry,
Yeah.
but
Just
just
a moisture
it.
come out.
It's good. Maybe it's lighter.
Yes, a little hotter.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. Nice. I think that is this simpler sauce in
Yes,
the,
it's
in
so
the
simple.
world.
Yes. A little milk, a little gorgonzola. Voila.
Not
But
a
that's
lot
French,
of.
I shouldn't say voila.
Yes.
What do you say in Italian?
Ecco
Ecco,
fatto.
ecco,
Fatto.
fatto, fatto.
Ecco fatto. But voila is good also in Italian. Okay. When you see that it's creamy and this gorgonzola stay on the top, not only on the bottom of the saucepan, no saucepan, fry pan.
Frying pan.
It's good.
It's ready.
Yes, it's ready. Okay. Good. Green on green.
Yeah. You would have thought that we planned this.
And some
Elderflowers. So edible flowers, because we foraged for the nettles. Look at that. Amazing. And it looks like a little lace cap over our pasta. Nadia, thank you. This has been so much fun. I really hope that you have enjoyed me in the kitchen with Nadia sharing how to make pasta and how to make this. You know, it's so seasonal, so fresh. And
so easy.
it's so easy. But only easy when you know how.
Yes,
So, Nadia,
it's true.
thank you.
It's true.
Thank you
It's a
so
pleasure.
much. And
It's a
do
pleasure.
let me know what you think in the comments, whether you'd like to see more things like this, because I've had so much fun and it's been wonderful having Nadia here filming with me, and I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you on Friday with a new vlog. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.